All right, welcome back. Still keeping you fully updated about what is going on at the PEPC in Abuja. So many startling things are happening there, I must say. We just told you about the issue of the 25% needed in Abuja to win the presidential election, that the five-man panel says it's not really important, that Abuja is not different like from other states. Nigerians are still occupying it, and also the issue of narcotics and all of that that was used against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It still didn't hold water. So a lot of things are happening. Most obedient are overly troubled over the outcome of what is going on. But then let's just keep you fully updated, because a lot of things are happening right now. Now, let's look at another issue that came up, which the judges spoke on, and it has to do with the issue of the fact that INEC, that the court says that INEC is at liberty to define mode of transmission of election result. Oh my God. And according to the info, on the issue of substantial non-compliance with the provision of the law, especially with regards to non-transmission of result sheet to INEC resolving portal IREV, the court holds that there is no law that says INEC must transfer or transmit the result of the elections from the polling unit electronically. The law simply empowers INEC to decide the means of collation of result of elections. Thus with the argument of the court. Now, furthermore, the court added that the only device that must be used by INEC for election is the bimodal voters accreditation system, which INEC, before the time of that, case, they clean it off. So now the court is saying that the only device that must be used by INEC for election is the bimodal voters accreditation system, BVAS. It noted that there is no regulation showing BVAS must be used to electronically transfer result from polling units. Oh my God. And according to the PEPT, INEC regulation and the Electoral Act gives room for manual collation of result. It said electronic transmission is optional at best. The PEPT also ruled that Obi failed to establish that INEC intentionally refused to quickly upload polling unit result to IREV so as to alter the result in Tinubu's favor. According to their words, this was what the court said. He said that the petitioner made the allegation of non-compliance a substantial part of their case by the provision of Section 135, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act. They are required to show how such non-compliance substantially affected them. If they fail to show the same, the petition fails. Oh my God, this is becoming very interesting, I must say. So you can now, that's why I said before now, that you don't need a soothsayer to tell you who is going to carry the day, because already virtually everything that was rolled out is really, it's been played down on. My colleague is in the house, and we just want to look at some of these things. What's your position on some of the, the verdict that have been reached thus far by the court? Because for me, I believe that if the federal government spends such huge amount of money to make election very easy for Nigerians so that everybody can see what is going on, and right now they are saying that there was no provision in the law that they should election results should be electronically transmitted for all Nigerians to see, while the INEC chairman told Nigerians that everything will be electronically transmitted so that it can portray the transparency that is needed for that election. What's your position on that?
What Nigerians are really scared of is that word technicality. I think technicality is playing out here.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
exactly.
something that it's rather unfortunate, but that's exactly. Nigerians are hopeful that's going to be something more like evidence-based. And
Okay.
I can't forget what Igini said some time ago, that the 25% in Abuja is very sacrosanct, as in the sacrosanct, is non-negotiable. But right now, just from Justice Tsammani, he just said it literally that Abuja is equal to every other state in Nigeria. Some Nigerians right now on social media are already screaming that that means they will have to go and run for governorship in the FCT.
Mm-hmm.
Since Abuja is like every other state,
Exactly, because unfortunately,
Abuja here doesn't have a
a
governor.
governor. So why
So
would
they're
you say it's the
insisting
same?
now that Justice Sumani has interpreted it as like every other state, then Abuja ought to have a governor. And that Nigerians are literally everything that Peter Obi PDP had brought in just technically trashed out. I don't think there's any prophecy that's made now is not prophecy, it's actually prediction. I don't think there will even be any rerun. It's going to be an outright win from all indication.
Now, the latest update that just came in now has it that the tribunal have highlighted the issue of corrupt practices that OB and LP allege mar the election, which includes suppression of votes, inflation of votes, alteration of result, and overvoting in Rivers and Benue states. During the collation, the petitioner alleged that INEC embarked on massive misrepresentation by uploading fictitious and incorrect votes, and that if things had been done properly, they would have won the election massively in those states. Apart from the figure stated in those two states, the other allegations were nebulous. Apart from stating the material particularly, other crime must be pleaded and clearly set out. The proof must be beyond reasonable doubt. The petitioner must produce two sets of results, one genuine and one false. Now, unfortunately, even INEC was not ready to give any results from their own end. So, how do you prove? How would you then bring out the genuine result and the false result? INEC is the one that would have provided all of that, but unfortunately, it didn't happen the way it should have been. And I must say that Justice Tsammani, the party is towing, would not leave such a great precedence for Nigerians, because most people are already disappointed, about this whole thing.
Unfortunately, I could still remember during this whole process when it all began, the legal team of Labour Party were literally screaming at the top of their voice that INEC was not releasing those things they demanded. They were demanding for CTCs. At some point, it was almost technical. In fact, they didn't have access at the early stages. Remember, they had to use court injunction. Really didn't work really. And those CTC certified true copies, even when they brought them to court, and I could still remember that even INEC were objecting to their CTCs, the little ones that Peter Obi's legal team were able to get, they were still objecting to any certified true copies. You're still objecting. And it was so difficult for Peter Obi's legal team to get what the little they got, but eventually Nigerians were expecting, if you ask me, Nigerians were expecting something more evidence based, but I guess then the judge has gotten the final say.
This is really, really a serious one, and it's already clear that the whole thing will be going. Someone here raised an observation that Justice Tsammani has been faulting the statement of the weaknesses of Peter Obi without faulting any of Tinubu or INEC. Did Tinubu and INEC bring in any weakness? I don't
What
think.
I noticed was APC didn't bring. At some point, I think one of them, yeah, APC didn't bring. Bola Tinubu brought one, which is a senator. He's a
Okay,
sitting senator,
okay,
and I think they made him as I think they made him a chief whip or so very early,
yeah,
and
yes,
he
that's
came
true.
represented, and he said he has he has practiced law at some
Yeah,
point, and he
it's
has some license, yeah.
okay,
To so he
that's true.
used that, and they used funny that period, I could still remember the legal team of Peter Obi putting him on the spot,
Yeah.
you know At some point he said some things he ought really not to say. You know how lawyers usually will nudge you until you say them. You know, to the point that Peter Obi said, Peter Obi legal team was saying, okay, that it's now the time for APC to bring their more witnesses. They say,
They
my
call it
lord,
off
they are
there.
calling. That was when they made a light joke. So you don't want to bring, let us marshal your witnesses. We all had a hearty laugh in court, and with this judgment, a lot of Nigerians are saying that Peter Obi should move on to Supreme. Other people are saying that
There's
would
no
be
need
waste of
of
time and
money.
money. Okay,
Exactly.
because hey, the AGF is also part of the team. So what
Yeah.
are we saying?
Someone here says the judges refuse to admit nor acknowledge INEC's incessant refusal to provide documents to the lawyers of the petitioners as required. This is a travesty. Well, that's true, but that's where we would like to leave it. And let's meet in our comment section and talk more about it. We'll keep you fully updated as the court case still